What is up, our national wrestling shooters? This is Scott Casey Gale, the owner, chairman, and creator and founding father of National Wrestling Shooters. Today, I am going to give you my Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 17 2019 pay-per-view review. It took place in Gillian, Dallas, Texas. The commentators for the show were Josh Mathis and Don Callis. And this was an amazing pay-per-view. Just like last year's Slammiversary, this is a great pay-per-view. Even though I liked last year's Slammiversary much better, I still really enjoyed this pay-per-view. Very, very enjoyable. Alright, let's begin with the review, shall we? The first match was TJP versus Trey versus Jake Chris versus Willie Mack. And Willie Mack was the winner of the match. What happened in this match is Chris hit a cutter on Trey when Mack came off the top rope to nail Jake for the 1-2-3. Really good match. I liked this. I thought this match was great, and I was very impressed and with all four opponents in the ring. They did a phenomenal job in my opinion. And then they show us a little of the end of the tag title match from Friday's Bash at the Brewery, where the North defeated LAX to win the titles. Ethan Page used the championship as a weapon when the referee wasn't looking to help them win. The North is interviewed backstage. The champs take issues with Melissa Santos, saying people were surprised the North beat LAX. They say the story remained the same tonight as well. Pretty good backstage interview. And then the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander defeated LAX, Santana, and Ortiz, and the Rascals, Des and Wentz, to retain the tag team championships. This looks to be a Texas Tornado match, pardon the pun, because it did take place in Dallas, Texas. No one is tagging in and out. In the middle of the match, Conan tells the announcers that Santana is hurt. The doctors come out to look at him. The North picked up the win. Santana was never involved in the match again. Ortiz and the Rascals helped Santana after the match. Pretty solid match. Pretty solid tag team championship. I really liked it, and I really hope that Santana is okay. But yeah, I'm happy that the North are still the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I'm looking forward to seeing what Impact Wrestling does with them, seeing how long the Tag Team Championship lasts. And then, Eddie Edwards defeated Killer Cross in the first blood match. Cross has some sick face paint, which I thought was pretty cool. I liked his face paint, and then Eddie Edwards took his beloved candlestick, broke it in half over his knee, and then shoved it in the broken end in Cross's mouth, busting him open. I enjoyed it. I like this. I like the way Eddie Edwards went. I really like both Killer Cross and Eddie Edwards. I think they had a really good feud, and the question is this the end of the feud, or is this going to continue? I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. And then Josh Mathis and Don Callis, of course, questioned this, if this is the point of no return for Eddie, which I still think he's gonna. Also, I mean, he may take some time up. We all know that Eddie Edwards is gonna come back somehow in some way. And then Orlando Mendes tries to interview Tessa Blanchard backstage, but she just grabs and pushes him to the wall, which I thought was pretty funny. Tessa Blanchard is building with Sammy Counter, so I just liked how she just grabbed him and shoved him against the wall and did not even give an answer. So that was pretty cool. And then RVD is interviewed backstage about Moose. Rob says he respects how Moose straight up called him out. This has made Van Dam more aggressive. Moose defeated Rob Van Dam. Towards the end of the match, Moose introduces a chair. RVD hits the Van Daminator when Moose has it held up, then delivers the drop toe hold onto the chair after Moose drops it. While Moose is lying on the chair, RVD goes up for the 5-star frog splash, but Moose moves and Rob lands on the chair. Moose hits a no jackhammer needed spear for the 1-2-3. Really good match. I mean, RVD, despite being an old timer, still can go. I mean, I was a huge RVD fan. I was a fan of RVD in his ECW days, WWE days, and I like the fact that he can still wrestle. He may not he may not be as good as he used to be, but he can still go. And in my opinion, Moose was the right guy to win. I gotta give RVD the respect for putting Moose over. And then Taya cuts a promo backstage, pretty much claiming she's not losing the title tonight. And of course she did. And then Taya Valkyrie defeated Rosemary Jessica Havoc and Su Yung in a Monsters Ball match to retain the Knockouts title. In the beginning of the match, Rosemary and Taya honored their deal and seemed to work as a team against Su Yung and Havoc. Taya starts stepping Su Young's back and then staples an 8-10 of her to Su's forehead, which I thought was pretty brutal. Su Yung later locks in the demon cut to Rosemary and then to herself. And for the time being, these two are attached to each other. Taya hits both women for that, and next we see that then the counter is off. After avoiding a Tower of Doom spot on to a ladder, Rosemary introduces the tax into the match, but Taya gets the better of the Rosemary and stomps her face first in onto the tax. In the end, Havoc tombstone Su Yung from the second rope onto the tax, which I thought was awesome. But Taya nails Jessica with a chair and pins Su herself to retain her title. I love this match. I mean, hats up to all four women for busting their ass to perform in a brutal match. And you usually don't see women competing in knockouts title match. I mean, excuse me. I mean, you usually don't see women performing in Monsters Ball match. I mean, so because usually it's the male wrestlers. But like I said, hats up to all four women. Hats up to hats up to Taya. Hats off to Rosemary, Jessica Havoc, and Su Yung for being able to bust their asses performing a very brutal Monsters Ball match. And I was rooting for Rosemary to win because I would have loved to see Rosemary or Jessica Havoc or Su Yung take the title off of Taya Valkyrie, but it is what it is. But all in all, it was a great match. I went to, and I was very impressed. I highly recommend you check it out. And then Rich Swann defeated Johnny Impact to retain the X Division Championship. Johnny Impact's lackey Johnny Bravo helps Impact multiple times until finally Swann takes him out for that, which I thought was pretty cool. Rich wins after delivering a series of kicks, a couple cutters, and a Phoenix Splash. Good match. I thought this was a pretty good match. I mean, like I said, X Division matches never disappoint in my opinion. I mean, there may be some that disappoint, but I always like X Division matches, and a big shout out goes to Todd Callis because he was the one that came up with the X Division Championship. So yeah, I was very happy with what I saw. And then the co-main event was Brian Cage defeated Michael Elgin to attain the Impact World Championship. Brian Cage can't. And by the way, Johnny Impact, from what I heard, is done with Impact Wrestling, so I think that he's either going to go to MLW or to AEW. If he does, I wouldn't. And if Johnny Impact does sign with Our Elite Wrestling, I'm really hoping if that does happen, I want to see what AEW does with Johnny Impact. But I don't know. It was a really good match in my opinion. And next was the co-main event. Brian Cage defeated Michael Elgin to retain the Impact World Championship. Brian Cage can't hit the Joe Club because of his bad back. Elgin takes advantage of a buckle bomb in the corner, but when he tries to follow up with an Elgin bomb, Cage back body drops him into a cover for the 1-2-3. Great match. I thought this was a really great match. I really enjoyed it, and I gotta give my respect to Brian Cage for being able to perform in front of the fans for bad back. I mean, I'm glad he retained. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if Michael Elgin became the Impact World Heavyweight Champion, but to me, Brian Cage was the right guy to win because he won it at the last pay-per-view with Belt, and I'm glad he retained because in my opinion, Brian Cage needs to have a long title in him. So I think that Brian Cage is possibly going to lose at Bound for Glory, whoever he faces. But anyway, I don't know, it was a good match, and once again, mad respect back to Brian Cage for being able to perform and still be world champion for bad back. Right. And then after the match, after the match, Elgin hits Brian with the title after the match. He then goes and grabs Don Callis and tosses him into the ring, but someone in the mask scores him. It's rumored to be Rhino, but I don't know if that's true because the rumors going around that Rhino has signed with Impact Wrestling. We don't know. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is Rhino, but it could be him or it could be Impact Wrestling fooling us. But so I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. And from the looks of it, if it is Rhino, he could possibly be starting a feud with Michael Elgin, and I think the feud between Michael Elgin and Brian Cage is going to continue. But anyway, it was a great Impact Championship match. And then the main event was Sami Callihan defeated Tessa Blanchard. Intergender match. Tessa put up a hell of a fight and kicked out of a ton of match-ending moves, but a cactus special was the winning move for Callihan. After the match, it looks like Sami is about to beat up Tessa with 2 bats, but instead he hands her the bat that she walked to the ring with as a show of respect. So this was a great match. This was an awesome main event. Both Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan put on one hell of a performance, but is Sami Callihan turning face? Now I really don't know how I feel about that, because Sami Callihan is an amazing heel. He's really good at playing the ass. I mean, he's also wrestles in MLW Major League Wrestling. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this thing between Sami Callihan plays out. Is he actually turning face, or is he just giving respect to Tessa Blanchard? And in my opinion, Sami Callihan should be World Heavyweight Champion. So hopefully he becomes World Heavyweight Champion soon, because he really deserves it. Anyway, I would rate this Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 17 9 out of 10. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up whip. Even though that I thought last year's was better, it was still a really good, solid pay-per-view. So I highly recommend it. Anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about Slammiversary. What match did you like? Did you like this Slammiversary better, or did you like last Slammiversary better? Anyway, you stay classy, live long and prosper, peace out, and I must bid you adieu, good night and goodbye, and bang! And in the words of Cactus Jack, bang bang. Bang, stay classy everybody.